The Beavercreek Beavers and the Alder Knights meet in the championship game of the Post-Ohio District Tournament for 2019. The Beavercreek Beavers and the Alder Knights meet for the championship game of the Post-Ohio District Tournament for 2019. Hello from the Springfield Chiller. I'm Kent Jacobs along with Lee W. Mowen.
Hello.
And we'll have the call for today's game, the Beavers and the Knights. As we've played a weekend tournament here, this game being recorded on Sunday, March 3rd. We've played all weekend, and the two surviving teams are Beavercreek and Alter. Beavercreek is coached by Greg Gutterman, Alter by Kevin Berry. And we'll have the national anthem. And just a moment, as
we won't have a national anthem. We're going to drop it right and start this championship game off about 4 minutes.
Okay, so here we go. The puck is dropped. My apologies. I thought we were going to have a national anthem there. So they start right out at play. The Alder Knights moving into the Beavercreek zone. They're in their gray sweaters, black trunks, gold and white trim. Beavercreek in black uniforms with orange and white trim. Beavercreek coming back the other way. And for Alter, Augustine. Augustine shoots down the ice, and icing will be whistled down. And we'll bring the puck the other way.
Now you might wonder why this game is so special. Well, it's the championship game of the first ever POD tournament. Post-Ohio District is what POD stands for. But both these teams have skaters that broke the all-time single season record for goals scored. Luke Dinkins being one of them, the other one being Mason Mickish, breaking a record that's been a couple years old from Ethan Green.
Knights come back the other way. Loose puck now at the Alder line. Dinkins chipped up ahead. Now back behind the goal. Now playing in net for the Alder Knights is Sigurd Peterson. And I believe we've got Kevin Bover at the other end for Beavercreek. We're playing 3 15-minute periods. And as the Alder Knights' Clay Nevers carries over the Beavercreek blue line, it's whistled down offside as an attacking player was in ahead of the puck. And with 13:51 remaining in the first period, we'll take a face-off just outside the Beavercreek line. It'll be Augustine against Gutterman for Beavercreek. The Beavers carry behind their own net. Pass up to center. And now back into the Alter zone. Picking up is Augustine of Alter. Left wing, center. Augustine around the defense. Quick shot. And it's saved by Bover. Beavers now shoot down the ice. Here's a breakaway chance. Shot. Save. Rebound as it was Mickish who scored a hat trick yesterday in a game. He moves in on Peterson on a semi-breakaway, but Peterson able to block it and cover it with the big pass.
Sigurd Peterson getting another start in this POD tournament. Only one goal allowed.
Screen shot, pad save. Rebound shot right back to the side of the net by Shivelbein, and it's covered by Peterson.
Both Sigurd and Robert with one shutout in this tournament. And Beavercreek got the lone goal against Alter in the first 3 games.
From the face-off, carrying behind his own net for the Knights, Dinkins. Dinkins, all-star player for the Alder Knights. He lost it. It's rimmed around the far corner. Picking up Ferguson. Ferguson lost it to Shivelbein, trying to wrap it around, lost the handle. Back is Hayes for Alder. Hayes Moving top of the slot, left wing now, shot! And it looks like Beaver may have got a piece of that one with a big mitt. 12.5 to play in the period. We are scoreless. Beavercreek the other way. Now tied up was Bush. Loose puck, Ferguson. Ferguson of Alder, rink wide, Hayes. Dylan Hayes. Pass deflected off a stick. He gets it back. Dangerous rink wide pass to Ferguson, nearly picked off by Gutterman. Now the Knights shoot on goal, and it's covered by Beauvais. He'll hold it for the face-off. Coming onto the ice now for the Knights is Braden Cox, along with Augustine and Morgan. Will Augustine. And from the face-off, the Beavers trying to get it out of their own end. Puck shot down the ice. Foot race after it. The Beavers trying to make a play on it. Save by Peterson. Another shot from the right point. Save by Peterson. And from the rebound, Morgan of Alter. The other way, Morgan, left wing. Drop pass, Augustine. Centering pass is broken up and cleared. And as Sigurd Peterson allows the puck to bump off the side of his net behind the goal line, it will be icing whistled down on the Beavers. We'll take the draw back in their zone far down the rink. It'll be Augustine against Bush. From the face-off, puck rimmed around the far side of the Beavercreek zone. Netminder, Beauvais trying to cover that post as the play is tied up along the boards. Beavers come away with it. Back they come the other way. Shivelbein shovels it behind the net. Fighting for it for the Beavers was Enfield. Enfield with Morgan. Shivelbein with a shot, and it's right. He was looking for Bush in front, couldn't get a tip on it. Puck kicks down the ice. And the Beavers have to let it go on the delayed offside. They have to escape the attacking zone. Now back for Alter Schultz. He's ridden off the play. And the Beavers shoot it down back to the Alter line. Knights will circle back. Hayes. Dylan Hayes checked. Loose puck cleared away back to center. Alder Knights. Dylan Hayes will chip it back in behind the Beavercreek goal. 9:50 to play in the opening period. We're scoreless. Back come the Beavers. After it for Beavercreek was Mickish. Has it checked away down the ice. After it, Cox of Beavercreek. Over rink wide for Gutterman. And he picks it up. Gutterman checked. And now big Dinkins for Alter shoots to the line. It's held in for the Beavers. And trying to move in was Folga to try to get a shot off. He got tied up. And the puck is cleared away. Back after it, Joey Duford for the Beavers at the 9-minute mark left in the first period. Duford to Enfield off his stick. Intercepted and a quick shot. They score! The Alder Knights. And was that Dinkins?
It might have been. The captain already broke the single season record for goals scored for the Alter Knights. And Kevin Barry and the squad would like to see Luke Dinkins pick up 60 in the year. And you mentioned a key part about Luke Dinkins playing in the senior all-star game. We'll talk a little bit about that as time allows.
So 1-0 Alter in this championship game of the Post-Ohio tournament. Post-Ohio District tournament, I should say. Now the Beavers trying to break out the other way. And it was Bush, but he was tied up. And the puck is cleared for Alter by Grunder. And as it carries down the length of the ice, icing whistle down on the Knights with 8:25 to go in the first period. Is that, Lee, do you know if that's the first deficit Beavercreek has had in this tournament?
No, Alter spotted the Beavers a 1-0 deficit in the first matchup where it ended in a 1-1 draw. But this time, it's not going to end in a draw. We'll have a shootout if we need it. Overtime, 3-on-3 for a couple minutes, and then a shootout.
All right, there was a shot that was taken by Grunder that was wide earlier here a moment ago. Now Augustine's shot. Pad save Bovair at the 8-minute mark left in the period. Back come the Beavers the other way. Check into the boards, loose puck. And for the Knights, it's Augustine. Augustine knocks it around to the other wing for teammate Morgan. Morgan, rink wide pass. Grunder trying to move in. Shot. And Bovair may have gotten a piece of that one. And the puck is shot back down the ice by the Beaver defense. 1-0 Alter. Here in the first period, Beavers steal the puck. It's Mickish. Shot, save, rebound, and it's pounced on by netminder Sigurd Peterson before Mickish could get another whack at it.
By the way, on that goal, it is Dinkins unassisted.
Yeah, Dinkins stole the puck. A dangerous pass. He was able to pick it off and whistle a wrist shot past Bovair. And now the said Luke Dinkins takes the face-off for Alter against the Beavers. Bush centering pass off a stick right into the goal crease and covered by Peterson. As Beavercreek's Nate Shivelbein was ready to try to pounce on that centering pass. And now we'll have a face-off to the right of Peterson, Dinkins, and Bush. Bush of Beavercreek. From the draw, Bush is after it. It's stolen away by Dinkins. Dinkins ridden to the boards by Shivelbein. Dinkins stolen, pass, a shot, pad save by Peterson. On a great play, I look like by Bush taking the puck away from Dinkins. But now the Beavers come back again. Shivelbein tied up by Dinkins, still has it. Shivelbein in the corner, drops it off for teammate Enfield, but after it is Hayes of Alter. Hayes, rink wide pass picked off. Now back is Beavercreek. Quick shot, pad save from the stick of the Beavers' Koser. And Dinkins picks up the rebound, moves back the other way. He's tied. He's back checked. And the Beavers try to get out of their own end. That puck is stolen and shot right back to the far corner of the Beaver zone with 6 minutes to play in the period. And the Alter Knights leading 1-0. Centering pass, and the Alter Knight looking for the pass was tied up. And the Beavers come back. Here they come. It's Mickish on a backhand. Mickish centers. Oh, and tied up for the Beavers was Pizzot before he could get a tip on that centering pass. Loose puck in the corner. Gutterman centers, but right to Alter's Augustine. Augustine for Morgan. Morgan down the ice, cutting to center. Morgan over the line to right wing. Drops it off, but the pass was behind his teammate. And now here looks like a shot right in front. And that was a save. I believe it was Nevers. But Bovair able to keep it out of the net. 5 minutes in the period.
Nevers had the lone goal against Beavercreek yesterday in that 1-1 tie.
And there it looks like Dinkins double teamed. And now here's a shot that's blocked in front. Another shot. And I don't know if Bover, I can't tell whether he got a piece of that or not. Deflected wide. 4:40 to play in the period. Beavercreek dumps in the altar zone, picking it up for the Knights was Habel. Habel back to the Beavercreek line. Off a stick, he gets it right back. Again, kicks it ahead, rink wide, off the boards. Beavers trying to pick it up. Back they come. Here for Beavercreek is Enfield. Pass broken up by Habel. Habel and Enfield and Dinkins fighting for it. Dinkins comes away with it. Big Luke Dinkins over the line, shot! And a pad save covered by Bover of Beavercreek. And he will hold on for the face-off. 3:57 left in the period.
So the All-Star game we were talking about is the 2019 Senior All-Star game at Nationwide Arena in Columbus this Saturday. Luke Dinkins, the lone Alter Knight representative, and there's 9 going from Cincinnati and Dayton. So congrats go out to Luke Dinkins for that very well-deserved honor.
There's a shot from center, turned aside by Peterson. And here in the near corner, Hayes for Alter, right in front of his own net now, carrying out behind it, trying to work around Mickish, but the Beavers intercept. Mickish, centering pass broken up. Back is Dinkins, crossing the right wing, side of the Beavercreek net, quick shot, off the side of the net. Puck fought for behind the goal. It squirts free to the boards. Beavers trying to come back the other way. Here they come. It looks like Mickish on the right wing, on the left wing. Shot, pad save, and the rebound is picked up by teammate Tuff Ferguson. Ferguson will knock it off the boards down the ice. Icing waved off. After it for Beavercreek Enfield. Enfield, or check that Koser, PJ Koser, behind his net, team captain. Pass up ahead for the Beavers. Utterman, shot, pad save, and the rebound kicks out for Augustine. He can't get it out of the zone though. Puck is dropped in. No, they say that was a delayed offside. And now Augustine for Alter. Behind his own net. Augustine down the ice, and that will be waved down for an icing. So with 2:15 to go in the first period, the Alter Knights leading 1-0 in this championship game of the Post-Ohio District Tournament.
Almost feels like a continuation of that 1-1 tie. With the early first period goal, it's a difference, but at the same time, both these teams getting their fair share of looks, clean hockey.
And here is Mickish after a shot was fanned on by Folga at the left point. And Augustine of Alter able to clear it away. For Beavercreek is Cox. Cox had it stripped away. Puck centered, hits off the side of the Beavercreek goal. Knights still maintain possession. Puck shot to the top of the crease and cleared out. Now Augustine back for, leaving it for Murphy, or Morgan rather, I beg your pardon, Morgan, and he dumps it in. Now Augustine kicks free from him. Over for Habel. Habel has to circle back. Pass by net, stolen by Mickish. Shot. Oh, and a backhander. He stole the puck away, and a pad save for Peterson. And the puck kicks up over the boards.
Actually, they're going to call that offside against Beavercreek. So we'll drop it in neutral zone by the Blue Jackets flag.
What a play a moment ago by Mickish, stealing a clearing shot away and getting a backhand shot right into the pads of Peterson. Now a dangerous play in front again. Bush was trying to wrest the puck loose. Now Bush trying to pick it up. Centers over for Schilbein. Shot right on. And Peterson is able to make the stop and hold on to prevent a rebound. Beavers a couple of quick chances here and taking pucks away in the Alter zone. Now here's Enfield, a shot off a skate. Moves right in on Peterson, and again he'll hold on to it. 1.5 minutes left in the first period. Alter leads 1-0. Dinkins, Alter against Bush of Beavercreek. Hayes harassed by Enfield. Loose puck. Peterson checked by Bush. Bush trying to take it away. Bush centering pass is behind Schilbein, but he gets it, and he's shot sticked away by netminder Peterson. Now Schilbein again for Enfield. Enfield trying to get a stick on it. Taken away by Dinkins. Cleared not out. And now as it's touched back in, it's whistled down for offside at the Alder blue line with 59 and 1/10 seconds left in the period.
Actually, Coach Barry almost made that catch on that puck incoming towards the bench. Coach Barry always dresses up in the sports jacket and tie. It's a very classy look.
Kevin Barry was, along with Beavercreek coach Greg Gutterman, was one of the players I used to call games for the Kettering Adult Hockey Association back in the 90s. So here we are with under a minute. Augustine of Alder trying to get a screenshot off. Works around the defense. Now over for, it looked like
Will
Augustine, his brother. And here's Morgan, a shot. Pad save in front. No, it's off a pad, and they score.
Abel with the initial feed. And someone close to Kevin Bovair tips it home, and Alter has had the best goal differential in this pod tournament. They strike again in the last minute of the first period.
So that was looked like a deflection in front, or it hit off a pad. But the Knights take a big 2-0 lead. And we'll get an official declaration on the goal here, as my partner Lee here should be getting a text message from the scorers table. We're not able to hear any PA announcement if they make one here as far as who scored. So we'll get a confirmation on who gets credit for that goal from the referees here in a few moments. Morgan for Alter. He lost it. Beavers control, 20 seconds left in the period. Mickish, left wing, over the line, shot, saved by Peterson. And Sigurd Peterson will hold on. So 14.5 seconds left in the period.
Can't say enough about how Alter has played this entire tournament. I mean, winning 10-0, 14-0, and drawing 1-1. I think that's quite the tournament.
Here's a shot, steered aside by Peterson. Into the corner, Gutterman. And Augustine fight for it. Puck held in. A centering pass for the Beavers. Pizzat, he couldn't get a stick on it, and that ends the first period of play. So after one in the Post-Ohio District Championship game, 15 minutes in the books, the Alder Knights lead the Beavercreek Beavers 2-0. And it looks like the teams are going to their benches, and we'll have an ice resurfacing. So the Zamboni will come up, and that means we'll step aside for a few moments. When we come back, we'll have the second period of the championship game of the POD. Again, Alder 2, Beavercreek 0. We are back at the championship game of the Post-Ohio District Tournament. The championship game, it is Alder 2, Beavercreek nothing. Shots on goal in the first period. Beavercreek out shooting the Alder Knights 12-7. The Beavercreek goaltender is Kevin Bovair here in the near to us. And on the far end is Sigurd Peterson, the netminder for the Alder Knights. Again, we're playing 15-minute periods. The teams are back out at center ice. It'll be Cole Gutterman for the Beavers. And from the face-off, it's picked up by Augustine of the Knights, but it's stolen by Mickish. Mickish went on 3, couldn't get a shot away. Loose puck now, kicked to the near corner of the Alder zone. And cleared down, held in momentarily now. It was shot back in offside by DeFord, so the Beavers have to vacate the Knight zone. Back comes Alter. Carrying up ahead is Augustine, tied up by DeFord. Loose puck, Morgan chasing Mickish. Mickish had it ticked away, picked up for the Beavers now. Koser, pass up ahead, taken away, looked like by Dinkins. And Alter trying to get it out. Here they come. Here are the Knights. One-on-one shot over the crossbar as Bovair ducked under that one. Bush for Beavercreek, fighting for it with Morgan. Enfield and Bush, now it's taken away by the Knights. Augustine, now a shot back from the point by the Alter's Nick Hable, and it's covered by Kevin Bovair, the netminder of Beavercreek.
By the way, that second Alter goal, getting the goal was Nick Hable with the assist for Philip Yu and Jack Augustine. Hable gets the goal, not an assist.
Thomas Bush for Beavercreek. Now he leaves the circle in favor of teammate Alex Volga. And he faces off against Dinkins. Here's a shot from the left point, blocked on defense. And a shot by Dinkins, again blocked. It comes through to Bovair. Kick to the corner. Now the Beavers trying to circle and get it out. Loose puck. Poke checked away to King, or check that Nevers. Nevers had it for a moment. Now picking it up was Ferguson of Alter. Rink wide Hayes. Hayes checked, and we've got a whistle. And let's see what is going on. Do we have a penalty?
Hooking on Thomas Bush.
Wow, how about that?
Jinx.
All right, Thomas Bush. So a big power play opportunity for Alter as they try to build a 3-goal lead if they can on this power play chance. First penalty of the game. Beavercreek in their own zone will have to start the penalty kill. Cole Gutterman on the ice with Cox and Koser and Mickish. Alter. It looks like we've got Will Augustine, along with Hayes. And those very pale gold letters on that gray sweater. It's hard to make out some of these numbers from the vantage point we're at. So I can't see who's over on the left point out there.
We got Luke Dinkins and also Jack Augustine on the defensive side. Like I mentioned in previous Alter broadcasts, Dinkins a great two-way player. But when you're captaining, it's part of the role.
And what is the delay we have here?
I think the penalty was reading 0:00 on the clock, and it's just a minor infraction. Might just be a button slip that time, or a finger slip on the button.
Here's Mickish. Oh, he tried to carry back the other way short-handed, but had it stripped away.
That'd be a 10-minute hook if that kept rolling on.
Here's a shot, pad save. Bovair, rebound comes out to teammate Koser. Koser will clear it down the ice. It's played by goaltender Peterson.
That's Sigurd Peterson, the older brother to Robert Peterson.
And now we've got the Knights Spencer Morgan. Morgan dumped it in. Now the Knights trying to get it out of their own end. They're on a power play chance. Another minute, 10 seconds. Moving in, Augustine, centering pass, shot. Blocker save from the stick of Morgan by Bovair.
You gotta like that pass. Will Augustine trying to feed Morgan.
Augustine, pass broken up. Morgan picks it up. He's shadowed by Cox. Cox takes it away. Cox checked right back by Morgan. Loose puck, centered, shot, kicked out by Bovair to Rob Augustine. And the rebound is chipped up over the boards, and we'll have a face-off. Kevin Bovair, a big skate save to kick out the shot by Augustine on a nice setup.
I mean, you can't really ask much more for Will Augustine to unload that shot, but Bovair, that's heads-up goaltending, and that's quick reflexes with the right leg.
Enfield for the Beavers against Augustine. It's cleared out by DeFord. Knights have to circle back. Augustine, rink-wide pass, dropped off to the point. Here's a quick shot, screen shot set up for Morgan. It's blocked in front. Knights still on the power play. Morgan now over for, I think, Hayes. He's checked that Augustine, and he has it chipped away from him by Shivelbein of Beavercreek.
That's going to pretty much do it for that power play for Alter. Beavercreek's PK cell very strong.
Here's a quick shot. Bovair, blocker save to the corner. Picked up by Schultz for Augustine. Knights circle back. Augustine back to his own line. Left wing, a rush over the Beavercreek line. Stops, drops it off. Crossing is a centering pass by Dinkins, and it looked like Nevers was not able to tip it in. Back we come into the Alder zone with 10:20 to play in the second period. 2-0, the Knights lead, and back they come. Here's a semi-breakaway, quick shot wide of the mark by Dinkins. Dinkins from the carom of the end boards drops it off for Nevers. Nevers fans on a shot, and the loose puck picked up by Mickish. Mickish has it taken away by Tough Ferguson. Back is Dinkins. Dinkins around Koser. Circles back, centers, Nevers, tied up. Puck taken down, knocked down by DeFord of Beavercreek, and tried to kick it ahead for a breakaway, but it's deflected back behind the Beavercreek goal. PJ Koser, pass for teammate Mickish, taken away. Dinkins, it's off his stick. Koser will shoot it back along the near boards. Koser tipped it away, but he lost his stick in the process. Or he would have tried to have broken out on the right wing. 2-0, the Knights lead the Beavers in this championship game of the Post-Ohio District Tournament. Back is Alter. Two Beavers back, Koser and DeFord. He just dumps it in. Puck shot right on, steered away behind the net by Bovair. After it, Nevers of Alder, tied into the boards by DeFord. After it, Augustine. Augustine drops it off for Nevers, but it's too far in front of him. After it is DeFord and Koser for Beavercreek. Koser will shoot down the ice, and it's knocked down off a defender, so icing is waved off. The Beavers trying to make a play. Here's a centering pass, tipped in front, broken up. As we approach 8 minutes left in the period. Alder controls behind their own net. There's a pass that is covered by goaltender Sigurd Peterson before the Beavers could make anything out of that play with 8:03 left in the second period. It's been Dinkins and Habel for Alter in the first period. No scoring here in the second. So the Knights lead at 2-0. Again, we're playing 3 15-minute periods. We've got 8:03 left in the second.
A little bit different rules here, as if this game ends in a tie, we'll have 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes, sudden death, and then we'll have a shootout if things are still tied after that, as trophies are at stake. I saw them down below in the scorer's deck. They're quite nice.
Playing the Alder zone, Beavers can't get a play off, and it's cleared down the ice. Duford will let it go, or check that. Bovair will let it go and leave it for icing. So now on the ice for Beavercreek, we've got Cox and looks like Koser. And making the draw, it'll be Gutterman taking the face off. And back come the Beavers, or checks that, the Knights. It is a play broken up by Gutterman, and he's able to clear it out. The Beaver player slammed into the boards. Looked like that was Mickish. Back comes Alter, shot right in the breadbasket of Bovair by Alter Knight Spencer Morgan. And Bovair will hold on for the faceoff. Now coming into the faceoff circle for Beavercreek will be Alex Folga.
Folga has taken a couple faceoffs for the Beavers this year.
Now for Beavercreek, it is Cox. Cox for Shivelbein. Shivelbein has it chipped up over the boards and into the scoring table, and that will result in a face-off. So we'll take the face-off. Looks like just outside the Beavercreek blue line. Alex Folga, alternate captain, against Will Augustine of Alter. And from the draw, Beavers come back in. Bush looking to make a play behind the net. He's checked along the boards. Puck fought for. Here's a shot that is up high over the glass. It deflected probably off a stick. And again, we'll have a stoppage. 6:44 to play in the period. Earlier today in this tournament, we had Troy win their first game of the weekend over beating LaSalle 2-1, and the Dayton Stealth over Indian Hill 4-1. That was the action. Again, this game being recorded on Sunday, March 3rd at the Springfield Chiller Ice Rink in Springfield, Ohio. Alter Knights in gray sweaters leading 2-0. Beavers trying to make a play in front, and it's covered by Sigurd Peterson, who's played the balance of goaltending this weekend. His brother Robert playing one game. Now we'll take the face off to the left of the Alter goal. Gutterman chips it in the corner from the face off. Rims to the far side. Knights, and then a quick shot, and it looks like Peter may have gotten a piece of that. 5 minutes approaching left in the second period, or 6 minutes rather. Play behind the Alder net. Knights trying to get it out. Looks like it's Dinkins back there. And for the Beavers, trying to tie it up. You see if I can see back there.
in the slot. That front line of offense back out there, which is Gunner in the center.
There comes back the other way. The Knights. Oh, losing the handle was Augustine. Has it taken away now by Koser. Can't clear it out though. Shot tipped, or attempted a tip by Augustine, but Bovair is able to catch it and hang on. Had Augustine got a tip on that, that may have qualified for a goal if he got in. I don't know if it would have been ruled as hit by high stick or not, but he was unable to get a tip on it, so that's academic. As Alex Folga takes the draw for Beavercreek against Dinkins. From the face-off, puck skims around behind the net. It's Dinkins. Has it taken away by shot but not out. Now a centering pass deflected away by defender DeFord. Beavers come back the other way. Here's a quick shot, and it's wide of the mark. Looked like from Cox. Now with 4:45 left in the period. Here's a quick shot from in front, and it's wide.
That's Folga, that attempt.
Here come the Knights the other way. Centering pass through Morgan. Morgan picks it up, centers, and it's intercepted by goaltender Bovair, and he'll hold from the face-off with Nick Habel of Alter lurking at the top of the crease for a tip. So with 4:27 left in the period, we've got Cole Gutterman and Luke Dinkins will square off. Dinkins wins the draw, but it's cleared away down the ice by Koser. And as it crosses the goal line at the other end, icing whistle down on the Beavers. First annual Post-Ohio District Tournament, set up by a half a dozen teams to give their players an extra little bit of playing time after the state tournament. From the draw, right point, puck shot in. After it for the Beavers, trying to pick it up. Now it's Augustine. Augustine, rink wide pass at center, tough Ferguson. Ferguson over the line, circles, is knocked down on a check, picked up by Cole Gutterman. Gutterman around Ferguson. Pass up ahead is a little bit in front of Mickish, and the Knights clear back. Mickish, wing pass off a stick to teammate Koser. Rink wide Enfield off his stick. Tough Ferguson for Alter.
That's the power line out there, the power play line for Beavercreek, which is Enfield with Gutterman and Mickish. Normally it's Pizzat on that first line.
3:15 to play in the period. Knights trying to move it out. Pass intercepted, and now picked off by the Knights. In front was Ferguson. He got shoved out by Koser, and Koser is after it along the far wing. And his pass off the stick blade of teammate Mickish and onto the Alder bench, and that will result in a face-off.
We'll go in the actually we'll go right in front of Bovair for this face-off. Last game, the first annual pod tournament. I love the purpose of this. It gives the teams a chance to play for something more meaningful and not remember their last game as a blowout to maybe a stronger team in Columbus.
Back comes Beavercreek the other way. Here's a shot by Bush, and it looks like Ferguson got a piece of that and hangs on, and he will cause a face-off with 2:39 to play in period number 2. For Beavercreek, Alex Folga. From the face-off deep in the Alder zone. Puck picked up by the Knights. Here they come. It looks like that is Augustine, Jack Augustine. He's checked. Shivelbein shovels it to center. And the Knights have to circle back. Loose puck volleyed around at center. Along the boards. Comes free to Koser. Koser. Pass on the other opposite wing to Bush. Bush tripped up. He goes down. No call. And back comes Alter. Back come the Alter Knights, leading 2-0. Poke check away by Koser. Nice play on Dinkins. And Dinkins didn't like it. He was shoving back. Now he gets the puck right back, and he's tied up again. Here's a resulting penalty. It'll be on Folga as he tied up Dinkins as he tried to move in front after retaining possession of the puck. And we've got a 2-minute minor for hooking for Alex Folga. So for the remaining minute 37 and the first 23 seconds of the second period, unless the Knights score, they'll be on a power play. Quick shot, pad save. That was off of Dinkin's stick. Morgan for Alter. Morgan, right wing. Morgan circles, top of the slot, pulls the trigger just over the crossbar. Augustine, left wing, rink wide pass, knocked down by Gutterman. He and Mickish, here they come. Mickish with Gutterman. Mickish, shot, pad save. As he decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, he had Gutterman on his right side. Less than a minute to play in the second period. A big shorthanded opportunity for the Beavers, but Peterson is able to keep the door shut. Now the Knights, 40 seconds left in the period. Will Augustine, drops it off on the point. Shot gloved by Bovair. It kicks out of the mitt. Dinkins has it. Dinkins, top of the slot. Screen shot blocked. Loose puck, Augustine. Now picked up by Dufort. He can't get it out. Now here's Augustine. Moving it over for Dinkins. Dinkins around the defense. Shot. Save right into the pads of Bovair. And the clock is stopped with 4.8 seconds left. Second period. And 28 seconds left in the power play opportunity for the Knights. Thomas Bush going against, it looks like, Augustine of the Knights. From the draw, wind up, big blast as the period comes to a close as that puck was shot off a stick. And that will conclude the second period of play. So after two, the Alter Knights lead the Beavercreek Beavers 2-0. And the Knights will have 23 seconds of a power play chance as we head into the third and final period of regulation. We'll wait on the scorer's bench to give us shot totals for that second period. Seemed like a fairly evenly played second period. Both teams had some pretty good scoring chances.
And both goalies standing on their heads once again. Very, very strong play. Your shots on goal in that frame. Alter outshot the Beavers 13-4 in the second. And that gives the Beavers 11 shots. Actually, no, that will give Beavercreek 16 shots. And Alter has 20 shots.
20. So 20-16 Alter advantage in shots and a 2-0 lead on the scoreboard after two.
Big third period here as both teams, they had their opportunities against the opposition. But Bovair and Sigurd Peterson, like you say, they've been rock solid this whole tournament, this whole season for their respective teams. Don't expect anything less. As mentioned the results on today's game. The results so far in the standings. LaSalle 6th place after their 2-1 loss to Troy, and the Trojans 5th place. Indian Hill 4th place. They lost to Dayton 4-1. That gives the Stealth 3rd place, and they had a trophy after their game. And waiting for both these teams, different sized trophies. The first place trophy, very, very nice. That'll look good in a trophy case for one of these two teams.
Puck dropped for the third period. Back for the Alder Knights, Luke Dinkins. Dinkins across center, through the defense, to right wing, drops it off, and the centering pass is intercepted and cleared down the ice. Icing waved off. And due to the power play, and now the power play is over. Back on the ice.
That's Kosa.
For the Beavers was Koser. And now picking up Augustine of Alter. Augustine shot, and it's just wide of the mark from the far post. For the Beavercreek Beavers, it looks like Duford. Pass up ahead. Back come the Beavers the other way. It's Gutterman fighting for it with Augustine. Augustine's able to take it away. Enfield fighting for it. Jack Augustine shoots to center. And the Knights pick it back up. Pass down the ice in front of a Knight player. 2-0, the Knights in gray with black trunks, the Beavers in the black uniforms. For Alter, it is Hayes. Hayes for Augustine. Augustine poke checked. And now for Alder, Grunder will dump it in. Puck rims around to the far boards. Beavers need to get on the board here soon, trailing 2-0. Tough Ferguson, that's T-U-F, T-U-F. Tough Ferguson for Alter, had it. Now to Augustine. Augustine around two Beavers. Moves it over the line. He gets bumped off, and it's cleared.
Great shoulder by Braden Cox that time.
Here is Dylan Hayes. Hayes to the Beavercreek line. Off a stick to Ferguson, who will dump it in back behind the Beavercreek goal. Beavers coached by Greg Gutterman, the Alder Knights' Kevin Berry. Back comes Beavercreek. Pass behind Folga. Picked up by Morgan. Morgan couldn't get it out. Beavers control. There's Bush. Bush tangled up by Hayes before he could center the puck. Here's a shot from the left point wide. Bush for Beavercreek and Hayes for Alder fight for it. It caroms off the side of the Alder cage. And picked up by Tough Ferguson. Ferguson crossing the left wing over the Beavercreek line. Tangled up. Checked and taken down. Loose puck behind the net. Beavers try to get it out of their own zone. And here they come with 11.5 minutes to play in regulation time. Here's a shot pad save off the stick of Folga by netminder Peterson. And now Augustine off the glass. It's knocked down by the hand of Koser, but back come the Alder Knights. Augustine along with Dinkins. Puck kicks free all the way around to the far side. And now to center ice. Augustine will dump it right back in for Alter. Goaltender Bovair will set it up. And back comes Beavercreek the other way. Cole Gutterman, backhander! And it looks like Ferguson, or Peterson rather, got a piece of it possibly, and it caromed also off the side of the cage. A big chance by Cole Gutterman, a nice backhand shot. And it looks like Peterson just got a piece of that one. So a face off to the right of the Alter goal. Gutterman for Beavercreek in black, and in gray it'll be Will Augustine. And now Augustine will leave the circle for Spencer Morgan. From the draw, Jack Augustine. Left wing through center. Augustine. Behind the net. Augustine. Checked by Gutterman. Gutterman takes it away. Pass up ahead. Here's Mickish. Mickish, shot. And it's deflected on defense, it looked like, by Habel. Now a shot from the top of the slot by Gutterman, and a save held on to by Sigurd Peterson. And he will hold on. We've got 10-10 to play in regulation, with the Alter Knights leading the Beavercreek Beavers 2-0.
Brand new line out there, and Volga is going to take the face-off again. Normally you don't see defensemen take face-offs, but Alex Volga, no problemo.
Beavers and the Knights fight for it in the near corner of the Alter zone. Volga for the teammate Koser. Pass returned for Volga behind him. Picked up by Dinkins. Dinkins of Alter. Pass shovel bind down the ice. Dinkins, shot, save. Puck still loose on the rebound, and back comes Beavercreek. Pass up ahead, broken up by Dylan Hayes, as Thomas Bush was looking to streak out the other way for Beavercreek. Teams change now. Back for Beavercreek. Bush tied up into the boards by Habel. Left point pass is intercepted now. Stumbling was Dinkins, but he regains his footing, comes back the other way, and has it poke checked off his stick. Stealing the puck right back was Dinkins. Dinkins centers through the goal crease. Winds up along the boards with under 9 minutes to play. And the puck cleared down the ice. And the puck was hit with a stick, so icing waved off. It's Enfield and Augustine fighting for it. Picked up by Gutterman. Trying to center back for Enfield, but it's intercepted by goaltender Sigurd Peterson with his blocker pad, and he's able to pin it up against the side of the goal cage and hold for a face-off. So here we are taking it back. Face-off, Gutterman and Will Augustine. Gutterman wins it. Pass. Partially found on, and a rebound. It's Gutterman. He scores! The shot was partially blocked, and it skittered right in front free in front of Peterson. Gutterman there, able to tip it in. And the Beavers on the board with 8:29 left in regulation, now trailing 2-1.
Great job by Cole Gutterman getting that loose puck. Got to handle rebounds, and Gutterman was right there, right place, right time. The lead for Alter is sizzled down to 1, where Nick Habel has the game-winning goal if this result holds.
From the face-off, it's Schultz of Alder. As he tried to shoot it in, got leveled by Folga. Play back in the Beavercreek zone on our far end. Augustine centers, top of the slot. It looks like Morgan took a whack at it, backhanded. Bovair down, and the Beavers are able to clear, but that will result in an icing violation as they got it out of there to rescue goaltender Kevin Bovair, who was down in front with a number of Alter Knights and Beavercreek Beavers all chipping away at the puck in front of the Beavercreek goal. And with 7:54 to play, we will take the draw back deep in the Beavercreek zone. Will Augustine, the face-off for Alder. Backhand shot off a defender, it looked like Enfield. Now the Beavers come back. Left wing, over the line. Mickish, screen shot, kicked out, rebound! Gutterman couldn't quite get a stick on it. Or he may have beaten Peterson on the near side. 7.5 to go. Back come the Beavers again. Long shot from center, gloved shoulder high by the Alter netminder, and he will hold on for the draw.
Gutterman's goal assisted by the power play line out there for Beavercreek, and Marshall Enfield. So Mickish and Enfield get the assist on Gutterman's goal.
From the face-off, it's Tough Ferguson. Pass ahead for, looks like Morgan. He's broken up, it gets it back. Spencer Morgan leaves it for Grunder. And we've got looks like a delayed offside, it looked like for a moment, so the Beavers play it. And Enfield tried to carry it over the line and left it behind him. There's a weak shot from the right point as Gutterman was partially checked. And covering the shot was along the ice was goaltender Sigurd Peterson. 2-1 Knights. We'll take the face off now to the left of Peterson. Dinkins on the ice, along with Morgan and Hayes and Grunder for Alter. Here's a shot wide from the draw. Dylan Hayes for Alter. Along the far side for Morgan. Morgan's pass for Grunder to center ice. He's covered by two Beavers. Grunder kicks it back. Loose puck at the Alter line. It's picked up by Dinkins. He's able to beat Folga to the puck before Folga could break out with it. Puck now behind the Beavercreek goal. Knights looking for make a play. Left point shot by Ferguson, blocked. Beavers clear not out. Yeah, they do. It was out. The Knights have to circle back or it will be offside. So now Shivelbein for Beavercreek will dump it in as they change lines. On the fly, Augustine around a defender to center. Pass dropped off, picked up for Beavercreek by Mickish, but as Mickish carries in, it's whistled down offside at the Alter blue line.
Time running out for the Beavers. They got a great answer for Cole Gutterman, but still the Knights lead by 1.
Face off just outside the Alter line. Augustine for Alter wins the draw, back for Habel. Rink wide Augustine. Touch pass ahead Morgan. Morgan checked. Loose puck picked up. And now loose again at the Beavercreek line. Beavers come back. Drop pass for Enfield behind him. There's a right point shot right on from the stick of Duford, and it's a save and a cover by Sigurd Peterson. It's been Dinkins and Habel for Alder, Gutterman for Beavercreek. That's where we stand, 2-1 with 5:11 to play. From the draw, Morgan chips it down the ice. After it is Duford for Beavercreek. Duford stops behind his own net. Duford, pass broken up. Was loose in front momentarily, but the Beavers were able to pick it up and come back. There's a trip from behind. Nothing called. Now the puck rims in behind the Alder goal. After it for Beavercreek. Folga. Drop pass, Shivelbein. Trying to center it, and it's broken up and cleared by the Knights' Grant Grunder. It does carry the length of the ice, so that will be icing, but Grunder, a good defensive play to get that puck out of danger right in front of goaltender Sigurd Peterson. Shivelbein, a nice play to try to center it from behind the net. Cole Gutterman, Beavercreek. Luke Dinkins for Alter. From the draw, puck fought for. Picked up by Philip Yu. Pass up ahead. Morgan, it looks like. Shot, save, rebound. Cleared away to center ice. Back come the Beavercreek Beavers. The other way, Gutterman shot, gloved out of the air by Peterson. So the face-off will be deep in the Alder zone. To the left of Peterson. Again, we have Dinkins for Alter in gray and Cole Gutterman in black to take it for the Beavers. Dinkins from his own face-off, carries down the ice. Dinkins, drop pass, shot. They score! And it looks like it was Morgan. Spencer Morgan on a drop pass from Dinkins. Dinkins picked up his own face-off and raced down the ice through center and just drops it right off to Morgan behind him. And he lets loose a sizzler along the ice that finds its way under the pads of Beauvais for a 3-1 Alter lead. Thanks to Lee for giving me the confirmation of that goal score. Now back the other way. Dinkins again trying to take the game over. Shot high and wide. I don't know if, I couldn't tell whether Beauvais got a piece of that or not.
It curved away from the net. Dinkins sent it wide of the cage.
Now the Beavers trying to make a play from center. Player tied up. It was Bush. And the puck skitters back down the ice, and again it's an icing violation, this time on Alder, with 3:22 left.
Luke Dinkins gets the assist on Spencer Morgan's goal. So he can give the captain his second point on this contest.
And from the face-off, Augustine to Augustine. Jack from Will. And it's rimmed along the near boards rather. Beavers played at center. They need to score and score quickly. Running into the referee was Enfield. Loose puck, Gutterman, he runs into the referee.
Ty.
And Augustine picks it up.
Ty, get out of the way.
Yeah. And it's picked up by Will Augustine. He flips to center ice. Beavers have to circle back. 2:45 to go in regulation. Alter leading 3-1. Long shot from the blue line, caught by Sigurd Peterson as he moved out of the crease area to cut off the angle to the long-range shooter. And from the face-off, we'll have Augustine for Alter and Folga for Beavercreek. Folga wins it. Puck loose now to the near corner. Beavers shot. Oh, centering pass for Shivelbein, and he couldn't quite put it on net. Now for Alter, Augustine. Augustine carries to center. Augustine around two defenders. They'll just sweep it in behind the Beavercreek goal. Knights hold in. There's a shot. That's wide of the mark. And here a breakaway for the Beavercreek Beavers. 1-on-3. Bush a shot, but as he's tangled up, he couldn't really get much on it, and it was from a bad angle, so it's wide. Puck kicks free right to the side of the Knight cage. Beavers hold in. Koser for Bush. Centers. Broken. Puck held in. Here's a shot. Pad save. Rebound, but it's covered by Peterson.
That was an off-balance set of saves there for Sigurd Peterson. You could see the leaning over more towards his left with his shoulder right by the ice and his right leg up in the air. Takes a lot of talent to be able to save off balance.
We'll keep an eye on the other goal for Bovair to see if he heads to the bench in favor of an extra skater. Now, anticipating that, we probably will see that on the timeout with the face-off being back here on the altar end. I'd be surprised. We'll probably see who wins the face-off. I imagine that Bovair will probably be positioned right near the bench, and if the Beavers control the face-off, he'll skate off, and a sixth position skater will come on the ice immediately for Beavercreek in a desperate chance to try to get back and tie this game. They need 2 goals inside a minute 36 seconds.
It's crunch time for the Beavers as Alter looks to hoist the first championship trophy of the inaugural Post-Ohio District Tournament here on the Academy Hockey Club channel. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. And the face-off being in front of Sigurd Peterson, I feel like Bovair will head off to the bench and the Beavers will have 6 on the ice trying to take on the 5 Knights, where Luke Dinkins leading the Alter squad back out there. Again, the only Knight to represent Alter in the 2019 Senior All-Star Game at Nationwide Arena this Saturday, March 9th. That'll be 9 a.m. and it's free to attend and watch. It'll be part of the Final Four ceremonies, 2 semifinal games and the state championship the next day. 9 kids from the Cincinnati-Dayton area, 11 from Columbus and 5 from Toledo make the Southwest team. Dinkins being one of them.
Exactly what I thought, is Bovair is going to be positioned near the bench. We'll see the result of the face-off. If the Beavers control, he'll head off. It kicks free, and now as they control, now here's, as he heads to the bench, Dinkins around a defender, Bovair back in the crease, and he's able to prevent the goal as he makes a save on a shot.
That's a good call, Kent. You saw Bovair about halfway between his net and the bench.
But Mr. Dinkins had some other ideas. He preferred that Bovair stayed on the ice as he raced the other way. Now Bovair off. Another skater on for the Beavers. It's Mickish. Puck centered, and it's through. And the puck cleared down the ice. After it for the Beavers is P.J. Koser. And icing is whistled down. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Alter zone. So we'll see at this point, well, a couple of Beavers will be ready to race back there. It looks like the center fielder, so to speak, will be Koser to try to prevent any of the Knights from racing down for an empty net goal. And it is Koser picking up the puck. Pass up ahead, a trip, nothing called. Back comes Cole Gutterman around the net. Cole Gutterman centers, tipped in front, centered, puck loose, Peterson down, puck still loose, no whistle. They continue to fight for it. And the puck carried out. There's a shot kicked out by Peterson. And now time is called. We have a penalty.
Hooking. The referee right by that left point has called Cole Gutterman to the sin bin for hooking. And now we'll head back in Beavercreek's own zone. And I feel Bovair has to come back out. It'll be 5-on-4 Alter with 12.3 seconds to go in the third.
So Bovair back out with the face-off back right. It looks like in the left circle, Beavercreek zone. And the Knights will look to finish things off. Leading by 2 goals with and 3/10 seconds left.
Still got to play smart hockey here. Anything can happen. Once that final buzzer sounds, though, it's all over.
Puck dropped. It's carried in, held in by, it looks like Dinkins. Beavers trying to get it out. There's a long shot by Augustine, blocked on defense. And it will be the ball game here as the puck off the far boards down the ice. The buzzer sounds, and the Alder Knights have won the inaugural Post-Ohio District Tournament Championship for the 2018-2019 season here at the Springfield Chiller. The final score 3-1 as the Knights scored 2 goals in the first period. It was Dinkins unassisted, and then Habel from you and Jack Augustine. And then Cole Gutterman cut the lead to 2-1 for the Beavers in the second period. And it was Morgan scoring. Also, it was for the Alder Knights. Who was their third goal? I can't.
For Alter, you got an unassisted goal for Luke Dinkins, Nick Habel with the second goal, and Spencer Morgan with the third goal.
Habel was given credit for that.
Yes.
I had that. I wasn't sure who they were going to give that credit for. So Habel from Enfield, and then Morgan from Dinkins. So we're waiting for word for shots on goal officially for the third period.
By the way, that last few 12 seconds, there were 2 penalties called on Beavercreek. Gutterman went in for 1. They were playing 5-on-3. But that does not matter now, as we'll have the trophy ceremony on top of the Columbus Blue Jackets logo out there. Fantastic tournament for Alter. Absolutely outstanding goalie work for Sigurd and Robert Peterson. Sigurd and Robert with 1 shutout apiece and just 2 goals allowed in 4 games. I think if you ask any goalie playing hockey in the sport, I think they'll take that any day.
Teams congregate on their respective blue lines for trophy presentations. We saw earlier the Dayton Stealth garner the 3rd place trophy.
That was a great win for Dayton, too. Look at the Stealth's first game. They fell to Alter 10-0. And Dayton rattles off 3 wins in a row. The Beavers are coming for their finalist trophy. PJ Coster will pick it up, along with Joey Duford and also Kevin Bovair. You got to feel proud no matter what side of the coin you're on. And now Luke Dinkins, Jack Augustine, Grant Grunder, they have the trophy in their hands. Great tournament all around, great sportsmanship, and that concludes the first ever post-Ohio District Tournament here at the NTPRD Chiller on the Academy Hockey Club YouTube channel. Ken and I, absolutely outstanding 12 games. It's a pleasure to be bringing you all these games here on YouTube as Alter wins the last game 3-1 for the trophy. And the scoreboard goes off. And that concludes our tournament coverage.
So thank you again, Lee. Once again, we thank you for watching this on YouTube, on the Academy Hockey Club YouTube channel. Again, the final score in today's championship game, the Alter Knights 3 and the Beavercreek Beavers 1. For Lee W. Mowen, this is Kent Jacobs saying thank you for watching high school hockey on the Academy Hockey YouTube channel.